fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work.
Are we on?
Yes, boss lady.
Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. Yes, my sweethearts, I dressed for the occasion because it's all about boss vibes. Yes, darlings, Kim Kardashian made a comment in a Variety interview. As a matter of fact, she was there with her sisters, Khloe, Kourtney, as well as her mother, and they were just talking about business, answering questions from Variety. And I think a question came up about women in business, and Kim said that you had to get your ass up and do the work. So before we start, like I said, we bossed up today. My blouse is by United Colors of Benetton. I love it. It's a beautiful powder pink. And then the jacket is by Dolce & Gabbana. You can boss up, look fly in really beautiful pastel colors. This is how I'll show up. Yes, darlings. What are we working with? Kimmy Kim. What can I say? I love the message. I love the message, and I also love the messenger. I just think that it was a little tone deaf, but I have different takes on it. As far as I'm concerned, I think humbly that when Kim made that comment, she was being passive aggressive and referring to people in her clique, in her circle. There are people in her circle who think Kim doesn't work, but Kim works. It appears to look easy, but it's not. Did she come from a privileged upbringing? Absolutely. Calabasas. Her father was a prestigious lawyer who was on the O.J. Simpson case. We all know that. She came from privilege. But having said that, she works hard because she has her brother Rob, who does not have the same work ethic. And you know for a fact how many times on Keeping Up with the Kardashians she had butted heads with Kourtney, who did not have the same work ethic, who had different priorities. I feel that Kim loves what she does. That is a huge start. You've got to love what you do, because if you love what you do, it's not work. But that is not the same for everybody. For the majority, they're doing jobs that feeds the family. They're putting themselves last, and they're doing what is responsible of them. And so for you to come up and say, oh, get your ass up and work, that is terribly tone deaf, and it is extremely unfair. And I can only use me as an example. I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do, and there's passion behind it. It's not work for me, but I have responsibilities, and I saw how I was before I had Adrian and after I had Adrian. And I'm lucky because I have a generous, thoughtful, wonderful husband who wants to see me win. And there was a particular instance. We raised Adrian until he was 2 years old. Together, he was at home. We had a nanny, again, privilege. And I told Ola, I said, Ola, I want to work. I want to really grow this channel. And he said, not a problem, sweets. We'll put him in a beautiful private nursery where he was at, and he would go Monday through Friday. And that time, I could have stayed in bed. I could have laid back. I could have done anything. I uploaded on my channel every single day for 5 months. Every single day. I did the school run. I'll drop Adrian off. I will come back, have my bath, and I would film 3-4 videos a day. And it's ironic because as much as I filmed, half of them did not make the final cut. But I wanted to grow this channel, and I saw the opportunity that I could work, and I did it because I had Ula, because he was able to say, you know what, let's put him in school. That in itself is an expense. A lot of people don't have that. They don't have that kind of luxury for them to really come up and say, let me come and excel. So in that retrospect, I think that Kim, it was inappropriate, and it does anger people because they do work. And when you say work, they're doing a job that they have to do. It is never their passion. Majority, it's not their passion. When I was out in California, and I've said it so many times, I was a struggling actor that could only go so far. Why? Because I needed to work. to pay the bills in order for me to have a roof over my head. You know how Cali is, you need to have a car. And when I look back, I tell Ola so many times, I wish that I had met you in the times that I was out in Cali. It would have been easier for me because I'd have been able to go for my auditions. I wouldn't have done so much extra work. Absolutely not. I worked at Tommy Hilfiger. I worked at Todd's on Rodeo Drive. I worked at Tiffany and Company on Rodeo Drive. And majority of the time, I was there Monday through Friday. I was a manager, I think, at Todd's. And I would struggle to go for my auditions in between my break. If the manager didn't know that I had gone, have somebody to cover me. When I was on the set doing background, I would leave the set so I could go for my audition. And sometimes I would make it. But the majority of the time, I had to hustle and grind because I needed a roof over my head out in Cali. So it's a different kind of hustle. It's a different kind of grind. Having said that, Kim works hard. She works hard at what she loves to do. She really had an insight into what social media was all about, and she jumped onto that bandwagon. You have to remember also, she came up from a sex tape, which was really, really hard. And at that time, myself included, I thought this girl will never survive this. Kim, I applaud you for, going to law school, passing the mini law bar. I think what you should have said was, I came from a privileged background. I've been fortunate enough to be able to have nannies and all of this help. And by so doing, I want to give back. I want to give out to 20 women that want to start their businesses and cannot. You would have gotten the love from there, 110%. Having said that, I watched the entire Variety interview and they all chipped in. Chloe said the same thing about, I want to be around boss women. I want to be inspired by them. The mother chimed in, that's how you learn, 110%. And Christina was with me when we went to Sexy Fish for this boss dinner. And all of the women there were bosses. We were talking about manufacturers. We were talking about production. We were talking about banking and how you navigate your money and how you start small and how so much. And I sat down here and I took it all in. I was so inspired that I was jazzed for like 10 days. I was running on my treadmill for like an hour and a half. I'm telling you, because I was like, these women are mothers. And they own their own businesses. And of course, you have your challenges here and there. And you're traveling, to different countries. And you're checking up on your kids. You're checking up on your husband. And you're doing the little shopping and stuff, to take back home. But you're here taking care of business. You want to understand the units. You have production costs. You have photo shoots that you have to oversee. You have things that you have to sign off, even on the plane. You want to make sure that you've got all your Wi-Fi and everything because you are there present for meetings, you understand me, via Zoom. It's a lot of work and it's never ending. And I think it's inspiring to have people out there to continue to push you in a good way, not to sit on your pedestal and say, oh, well, you know what, you gotta do this, you are lazy, yada, yada, yada. No, I know how much input Ula has in my success just to get to 300,000 followers, which we did 250 in the year of 2021 last year, because I had help. I have 2 nannies. Yes, I do. And they alternate on the weekends because Adrian goes to nursery during the week. But on the weekends, I have full-time nannies. Full-time nannies that are fantastic. I don't have to ask them anything. They know how to take care of Adrian. They take him to the park, play, laugh, this. And that allows me to do all this stuff that falls off the shelves during the week. And I make sure that I'm constantly and absolutely on track. I'm able to go to my home gym downstairs. I'm able to do so much because I have a provider who opens me up to all of this to enable me to succeed. It is not a one-woman ship. And there are women out there and are better than me, better than Kim, have genius ideas, and they're not able to come to because they're single moms. Because they gotta go to that job and listen to the manager weighing down on them because they've got to feed the kids, because that's a responsibility. For me, I feel that if indeed that was what Kim meant. It was 110% insensitive, and it was tone deaf. But I feel as if she was referring to people within her clique who really step up to her, and they're like, oh, how do I get this? How come I'm not getting where you're getting? Because Kim is saying you gotta get up and do your work. I feel also that when you say get off your ass, she was talking about people that she's familiar with. Why would you say that to women that you don't know? It just kind of felt as if she was referring to Courtney or she was referring to Rob. Again, they've got different work ethics. She loves what she does. She's hungry, constantly hungry, because she loves this. And I tell you this, and this is facts for me. You follow your passion. You follow what you want to do. The money will come. The money, if you think about the money first, you'll never get there, sis. You will never get there the way that you'll get there forever. And yet it's so hard to say not about the money. Fumi, what are you talking about? I need the money so that I can be able to get to A, B, and C. And I hear you. The same thing here. It is about the money, and it's not about the money. I see my sisters out there struggling, and they've got sensational ideas. And I can only give you that baby advice to say, keep the dream alive and do one little thing that you can, AD, to keep that dream alive. If an opportunity presents itself, you take it. As a social media influencer, I cannot begin to tell you how many times I have been asked or told that, oh, Fumi, your team, you know, the Fumi's team, you understand me? And I'm like, I don't have a team. It is myself and Ula. Ula does all of the filming. Over 600 videos I think I've done, and he has filmed every single one, and those are the ones that made it up onto YouTube. Double those numbers, we filmed about 1800. Again, I've said it before, one thing or the other, the recorder wasn't on, the sound wasn't on, the outfit wasn't right, the topic, perhaps I missed some stuff and I just did not like how I was trying to portray the message. It takes time. It really does take time for you to get up here, to be relaxed and just fire off improv from what you have inside, for you to be coherent, for you to be pleasant, for your makeup to look great, your hair to look great, your outfits and everything, and you have all of the bullet points in the message that you want to see. Be it fashion, be it makeup, be it a sister to sister, be it on your travel log, and you have to ask permission for so many people when you're doing vlogs and stuff like that, just to make sure that you do not have any strikes on your channel. It is a lot of work, but yet when you present it, it looks effortless to the point that people will think, oh, she just sits there and she just yada yada yada. Absolutely not. It is work. It is work that I've chosen to do because I love it, because I love fashion, I love makeup, I love acting, I love theater, and it's all kind of tied into my brand. And so you now establish that from your platform and build your brand. And Kim has many, many businesses, but she has many people helping her. She has many nannies taking care of her children, as well as the fact that they all go to school. But she's worked towards this. Somebody is calling me. Da 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 da. It's my mom. Hello, sunshine.
When you are free.
Okay.
When you are free.
Okay.
I didn't hear from you on Saturday or Sunday.
Nkechi, I am so sorry. It was a hot mess. I will call you as soon as I finish. Okay, love you. Bye. Love you. God bless. Love you. That's my mom. Always be a mom. She said, Fumi, I did not hear from you. It's been quick. Like, again, you know, things fall off the shelf because you gotta work. Because I've got to get the videos out there. Because what? I'm taking Adrian for his speech therapy. I have to take care of certain things behind the scenes. It's always one thing or the other. And so I feel that take the message. It is always hard work. You will get the reward. And for those of us that are struggling, because I still struggle too, and some are even struggling even more, keep the dream alive. Keep the dream alive and take the message. And don't cut the messenger off and say, well, you know what, Kim, you're so fortunate. You've got so much that I don't want to listen to what you gotta say. Because Kim does hustle and grind. You know another woman that hustles and grinds in Hollywood? Jennifer Lopez. And she been had that reputation for about 20 years. She hustles. She grinds. Does she have a lot? Yes. But she's Jenny from the block with a very, very good work ethic. And so, keep on hustling, sis. Keep on pushing yourself out there. Another tip I'll give you, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Walk past that shyness. And if you see an opportunity, go for it. Be that you see a celeb and you ask them, you know what, I need this assistance. Can I intern for you? Can I do something? Anything. Step up and say it out. Cannot tell you how many times I just walked up to him or her and I said, I am who you're looking for. Give me a break. Just give me a chance. Let me show you what I got. You never know. You never know. So, as far as I'm concerned, I embrace the message because I sat at that dinner. I'll never forget. I will never forget. And I tell you, one of the CEOs was Chichi at JUVIAS place. She flew in from London and they were only here for about 2-3 days. And it was work. And I was with her for those 2 days, day and night. She hustles and she grinds. And there were other CEOs there. And I was like, oh, wow. And of course, you know, a lot of the stuff was a phone call away. And I just admired it because these were relationships that they had built, that they had established in a matter of 10 years. But it takes time for you to get to where you are. I get a lot of those questions. How do you grow your channel? I said, I worked. You have to work. You have to work. I had the opportunity and I grabbed it. I had the opportunity and I snatched it because I said, Fumi, you know what? This is your ticket. Adrian is taken care of. Go for it. Work. Make sure that you work out, you do your episodes, you film, you edit, you do your photo shoots. Because majority of the time for everything for me is the filming. The filming is the hardest. Going on location is the hardest because of my baby. Who's going to watch my baby? I can't have Adrian around these cords, these wires and everything. He's a toddler. He will run all up in there. The rest, when it comes to editing, that's not a problem. When it comes to the pictures, which ones do I want to use? Branding, all of that, not a problem. Going for events, having meetings, those are the difficult ones for me. So when it comes from one mother to another, I hear you, I see you, I feel you. Kimmy, you've got it. Do giveaways. Because we as influencers, we do giveaways. Yes, we do. We give because we are blessed. I am truly blessed to be 52, and I'll be 53 in April, just next month. As a matter of fact, well, yeah, I'll be 53 next month. To have been fortunate to have started so much later in my life and still make it and still make my way. I promise you, and I'll tell you right here, because I had a man that dedicated time to me financially, emotionally, and his input also into my brand, my vision, my foresight. He said, Fumi, I'll help you. He got his own job. He made his own money. But he said, Fumi, I got you. I didn't have that in California and I could only go so far. So it's not a matter of just getting up and do the work. I am a sensational actor. I'll tell you that right now. Still will somehow, I don't know, win that Academy Award. Fabulous. But the opportunity, no. I didn't have it to present myself. Let me tell you a story. When I was out in California, I was there for about 3 months. When I tell you, it was shocking because I let a lot of brands know that I was in California. And I absolutely saw how the influencers in California have head and shoulders opportunity more than any other influencer in the world. They really got it going on because everything is there, and that was how it was for me. To the point that when I was leaving California, I had to give PR away, despite the fact that I had 4 suitcases full of PR. Let's not talk about the events. You have about 3, 4, 5 events on a daily. You don't have that in England where I reside. You don't have those kind of events, even the events itself. We don't have that. So I'm sitting out here and I'm thinking to myself, well, for me, the 300,000 followers that you have here, it would have been multiplied 3 times over if you were out in Cali. When I was out there, my numbers grew, my Instagram pages grew, my YouTube grew, because the majority of my followers are from the United States. But it grew even more because I was meeting brands physically. I was meeting influencers physically. It was always, well, you know, California, sunshine state, weather permitting, to film your videos outside, to do your pictures. I had no lights in California. I just used the natural light. And I realized that there is an advantage for sure for the influencers, YouTubers, beauty bloggers, what have you, out in Los Angeles than anywhere in the world. And on top of that, a lot of brands, boom, 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 they ship. They sent to me. I have an issue still where some brands don't send abroad. And remember, we don't even have Sephora here in London, in the UK. They have everything there. They have that advantage there. They have that advantage where they can start their brands right away. We don't have that advantage, and yet we hustle and grind and we keep the dream alive until the opportunity presents itself. So that is what it is, my darlings. That is really the broad spectrum. As you can see, Ula, my darling, he comes in, he checks the time, checks the videos, make sure that we are in focus and everything. It's a team effort. But this is my team. It's myself and Ula, and that is it. And we juggle back and forth, and by 4:30, I stop. I have to stop. Why? I'm out of the makeup, out of the hair, out of the outfits, mommy duties, because I have to make dinner. We go and pick up Adrian. We come as a family, have dinner. Then we have family time. Adrian has his playtime, has his bath time. We read him his little bedtime stories. Bedtime it is for everybody in the house, and we grind again the following morning. So even baby Adrian is hustling. So when I work, I have that in mind, that this family sacrifices for each other. We're on this boat and we are not leaving any family member. We all ride together. When Adrian is not well, there's nothing I can do. Adrian comes first. When Ula's not well, Ula comes first. When I'm not well, Ula takes care of me. We take care of each other. Everything falls to the side. We work from home. So you lose a day here and there for whatever reason, this, that, and the other. But we keep it going. And that is what it is. So Kim, you are out there in sunshine, California. You said it yourself. There's no other place you would rather live than Calabasas, because you know the advantage. You've traveled the world and you know how it is for you out in Calabasas, where you have your various brands and your businesses, and you started from a very privileged position, but you had the passion, you have the drive. I give you that for sure, and that's why I embrace the message, because even though I hustle and grind, when I went to this boss meeting, I was blown away. I felt as if, you know what, Fumi, you can still do more, and I still do extra. I always think to myself, what can I do? How can I navigate? I cannot wait for us to really get back. I'll be traveling out to California because I will really need to have to do it for my meet and greets, for the tour. It's part of the job. It is part of the job detail that I got to do. Is it hard? Yes, it's going to be hard. It's a sacrifice because I can't take my son to all 50 states. Not that I intend to go to all 50, but I can't take him on that kind of hardcore tour, because we're going to be on a bus and we're going to be taking flights here and there. So yes, embrace the message. Be open-minded to learning everything. And don't look to the Kardashians and think, oh, you know what, I can't even get to that place because they're so privileged, they're so this, they're so that. We can, you can, and you can get bigger. Kim, like I said, support these women. Support them, help them. I think that this would really be appreciated. Get 20 women a year. You can afford it. And let them start their dreams. All right, my darlings. I live for you. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Okay, so the palette is by RAINE. It's pretty. They came out with 4 palettes. I don't know whether I've done a review on my channel yet, but they had neutral, we had sunset, wealthy, oh honey, I want that money, yes I do, and then pretty. And I use Secret Admirer, that beautiful pale pink right here, just to really pop it out just on the lid. And then I used JUVIAS Please Kiss Me, that was the lip gloss, and just made it all really pinky with the little bow earrings. And that is a Dolce & Gabbana jacket and United Colors of Benetton pussy bow blouse. I just tied it like so and just left it. Yeah, boss vibes. What do you think, darlings? Do we love? Do we live? Do we live? Do we love? All right, darlings, don't forget to like, to subscribe, get this sister going to 1 million. Hello. And leave all of your comments down below. Let us discuss. It's an open platform. I am not right all the time. I really do also learn from your comments. And a lot of you sent me a message and said, Fumi, we would love for you to review Young, Wealthy and African. Yes, I will. It's on Netflix. I'm watching. I just finished 1 episode and I will be reviewing that. Are we coming back with the makeup? Yes. Are we coming back with the fashion? Yes. Are we coming back with everything else, vlogs, blogs and everything? Yes, we are. Until then, my darlings, let me know. Let me know also if you want to see a vlog of me cleaning my house. Real mama duty vibes, housewife vibes. I don't mind, I clean my house. All right, guys, I live for you. Mwah.